Our 10th topic is 1% of wallets hold 55% of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that 1% of wallets hold close to $100 billion in Bitcoin. Now, 42% of the wallets never made a trade during the crypto mania. So there's actually a good chance that 42% of those wallets are actually inactive. Those big whale wallets are actually people who clicked up a single click miner, let it run in the early days. The computer died off and it's in a landfill somewhere. I'm not kidding. There's a 42% chance that like those people have been inactive the entire time during this bubble and downturn. That's crazy to me.
So it couldn't be like they're maybe just, hodling.
Yeah, no, but even a hodler is likely to make a little bit of a swap based off of news, especially if you have $1 billion in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You're likely to make a $5 million trade
They just
or something.
lost their access, their keys.
Something's up with 42% of these accounts. That's actually really good news for Bitcoin, because if that's inactive, 42% of people are never gonna sell. Now here's another interesting thing. 59% of balances have less than $1. Another 17% of Bitcoin wallets have less than $10. Now, I know you're giving me that face, but guess what? How many Bitcoin wallets do you actually have that are below $1 or $10? AKA on exchanges or faucets, etc.
Oh, the faucet.
Etc. There's a bunch of wallets that people have set up in a lot of different degrees that actually makes sense. When I saw those numbers at first, I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have 3 blockchain wallets.
Yeah.
And I only use one of them.
Yeah.
So 2 of them always stand empty, and one sometimes is empty on top. And I use, for instance, one broker, which accepts crypto. Or if you use something like eToro, which accepts crypto or whatever,
like
things like that.
Pod, like small things.
All these types of things.
Bitcoin.
So you have, the top 1% owns 15% if no accounts are inactive. But I think it's actually lower than that, which is actually a pretty cool fact for right. But the key fact is most people actually have several wallets, either through Bitcoin Core exchanges, and like I said,
that's interesting.
that's
I never really thought.
Yeah,
about
go ahead if you want to jump in with anything.
No, I just wanted to say I saw another analysis, different than yours, chain analysis, where they suggest that as much as just 30% of all Bitcoin supply is lost.
Yeah, and that's exactly when people talk about these big whale moves. I think again, I tried to set up a one-click miner, it didn't work. I know it didn't work because it was like really early day, and I had to type in some stuff, and I wasn't, all like early day. This was all super above me what was happening, so I didn't get there. But I guarantee there's a bunch of people who did it, tried it, forgot where it is, have no idea what happened.
They're just like a millionaire, and it's like, oh.
Yep, and literally, what if you mined it into a computer or something? You're not like a super tech person, and you just deleted the program. Like, how would you even remember your wallet?
Maybe you haven't even no idea.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of people. I really believe in that boat.
Like,
so I really think like what this really points to is what people holding a lot of it. I think actually they're kind of held up in place by that. And then on top you have people like Bitmain and stuff who are sitting on bags and bags and bags of crypto. But yeah, the wealth isn't really distributed in general. A, because people started in different places. And B, because a huge percentage of people never really worked their ass off for any period of time long enough to let success pay off for them. So I really think like you're going to see, even in crypto going forward, you're going to start to see a segregated like wealth, just like anything else, because there's going to be people who put their money in and put it into the worst things you've ever heard. And they only buy tops, and they only buy what's hot and what's about to crash, or they buy leverage and they pay high fees on it, and they get liquidated, all the time. So I really just think what you're seeing is the same gap of hardworking, educated people kind of just over a period of time just get in front of all the other people who are just like, just making an exuberant amount of trades just to trade and churning themselves, causing themselves these little fees and saying, oh, it doesn't matter, small fees don't matter, and it just adds up,
That's
and
all
then
that's a
where's
big
all my
number.
profit? Yeah. So I think that's really what you're seeing more than anything here.